Welcome to Penguin Multiplication. I'm going to show you a couple different ways that you can set this up. Number one, if you have access to a printer, you will want to open up the file that is entitled Introduction to Penguin Multiplication, which is linked in the description of this video. And for now, you are just going to print off page 5 and page 6. And we're just going to put page 6 off to the side for now. I printed mine in color, but you do not need to. You can just print it in black and white, and that's totally fine. If you don't have access to a printer or you don't want to use up your ink, for this page, all you have to do is grab two toys and put them in place of the paper. For this page, all you have to do is replace it with a handwritten page. Just write the numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 on this side as well as the other side. And I just drew in a box with the image of two people inside. That's optional. You can draw it or you don't have to draw it. You also need something like coins or Cheerios or anything like that in order to help with this. I have 6 quarters and 6 pennies, but it really doesn't matter what you use. You could use Cheerios, you could use candies, little slips of paper. It really doesn't matter. You'll also need a dice, just a single 6-sided dice. If you don't have access to a dice, then you could cut up papers with the numbers 1 through 6 on it and put it into a bag and just randomly pull one out. Or you can download an app on your phone or on the computer for a dice. In order to make this a little bit quieter, I'm going to roll my dice inside this bowl. I've just thrown a tea towel in it, and it will help keep this nice and quiet. So let's start with the activity. So I have 2 penguins, and these penguins love ice cream. And the penguins are very particular. They want to make sure that if I get 2 scoops of ice cream, that this penguin also gets 2 scoops of ice cream. So I always have to make sure that they get the same number of scoops of ice cream. So we're going to use our die in order to figure out how many scoops they each get. So let's roll that. I rolled a 1. So each penguin will get 1 scoop of ice cream. 2 penguins each get 1 scoop of ice cream. How many scoops of ice cream are there altogether? 2 scoops of ice cream. Well, the penguins eat those ice cream scoops up, and we're going to start again. So I'll roll my dice. This time I got 6 scoops of ice cream each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you might be thinking to yourself, those scoops are bigger, but we're going to use our imagination and pretend they're the same size. So I have 2 penguins. Each penguin received 6 scoops of ice cream. How many scoops of ice cream is that altogether? If I'm not sure I can count it, I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I could also skip count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. If I know that this is 6 scoops, I might say 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I also might know that 6 scoops plus 6 scoops is 12. No matter which way I figure that out though, I know that there are 12 scoops of ice cream altogether. 2 penguins each get 6 scoops of ice cream, and there are 12 scoops of ice cream altogether. The penguins eat up all their scoops of ice cream. They're going to have a bit of a tummy ache when they're done. Now what I'd like you to do is keep rolling the dice, keep building the scoops of ice cream, and figure out how many scoops of ice cream there are altogether. So you've gone through all of the numbers a few times. Come back to the video. I'll see you soon. Have you done all of the numbers at least twice? Good job. This time I'm going to roll the dice again, just like before. I got 5 this time, but I'm not going to build it yet. I'm going to picture in my head the two penguins, and I'm going to picture that this penguin got 5 scoops of ice cream and this one received 5 scoops of ice cream. And I'm going to try to picture, going to try to imagine how many scoops of ice cream that is altogether. When you've got that in your head, lock it in. Pause the video while you lock that in. Now I'm going to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's add this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's check. 5 plus 5 is 10. Let's check another way. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I have 2 sets of 5 scoops of ice creams. Is 10. Is that what you got? Give yourself a pat on the back. This time what I'd like you to do when you pause the video is keep rolling the dice. But each time you roll it, before you build it, you have to picture it in your head, figure out how many scoops of ice cream altogether there are going to be, and then build it to check. Do that until you've rolled every number at least one more time, and then come back to the video. So how'd you do? That's great. You know what? You might have got some wrong, and that's okay. You're just learning. You just keep picturing it in your head, decide what you think it is, and then build to check. So now let's play a game. Now this is a game for 2 people, but it's okay if it's just you. You can just play by yourself. Hopefully you have somebody at home that you can play this with. So I'm going to take the pennies and put them on my side of the board. And I'm going to take the quarters and put them on the other side of the board. So I'm going to go first. I have my die, and I'm going to roll it again just like before. This time I got a 2. So I have to figure out if I have 2 penguins and each penguin got 2 ice cream scoops, how many scoops is that altogether? Well, I can use other coins to help me figure that out if I need to. So altogether, there are 4 scoops of ice cream. 2 penguins, each getting 2 scoops of ice cream, altogether is 4 scoops. So what I'm going to do is actually cover the number 4. Oh, look at that, my penny fits right on his belly. Now my partner goes. So my partner rolls the die, and they rolled a 3. They picture 2 penguins, each with 3 scoops of ice cream. And they say, that answer's 6. They put it on the 6. Now I'm going to check to make sure. I might build it, or I might just figure that out myself, but I will always check to make sure my partner got it right. And I'll roll the dice again. 1. 2 penguins. Each penguin got 1 scoop of ice cream. That's 2 scoops of ice cream altogether. And then my partner's going to go. They rolled a 4, and they say, well, that's 8 scoops of ice cream. I'll roll again. I rolled a 5, so I cover 10. My partner rolls, and they rolled a 2. 2 scoops of ice cream each. 2 penguins is 4 scoops altogether. I'll roll. Uh-oh, I rolled a 2 again. 2 penguins, each getting 2 scoops of ice cream, is 4 scoops altogether, but I've already covered my 4. Oh well, now it's my partner's turn. So my partner rolls, and they rolled a 4. Uh-oh, they already covered the 8. And we are going to keep going until one of us covers all of our numbers. And that's how you play Penguin Multiplication Yahtzee. in the file where you printed this page off and the other page off, there are other pages as well. So there's 3 penguins. So then you have 3 penguins and they each get the same number of scoops, and there's 4 penguins. So you can do both of these activities for each of those pages. Now remember, you can just print them off, or you can just make your own copy by writing them on paper. Now here's another thing that you can do. See how my numbers are all in order? Do you want to make it a little bit more challenging for yourself? Put the numbers in a mixed up order. So here's the 2, here's the 4, here's the 6, the 8, and the 10. But I have to make sure I have all my numbers on there, so don't miss any. I hope you have fun playing penguin multiplication.